Yo, what's up? It's the JeniusBiker, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Pittsburgh motorcycle wheel vise accessory. I saw this online recently on the Harbor Freight website, and if you're like me and got one of these Pittsburgh motorcycle lift tables, you've probably been searching for ways to put a better vise on there. There's a lot of options out there. A lot of you did what I did. I put a wheel chock on one of mine. I have two of these lifts. I put a wheel chock on one. I tried using the stock vise, which really is terrible. Doesn't work at all. As a matter of fact, I took the stock vise off of my table. I don't even use a vise now. So let's see what's in the box. Here's the big difference between buying one of those other motorcycle wheel vices for your Harbor Freight table and the actual Harbor Freight version. It comes with this great label position instruction and these templates that line up with the existing holes on your lift. So this is going to give you a very exact way to fit this to your lift. As you can see, these three holes line up, these three holes line up, and then it gives you a guide on where to drill. So let me go ahead and get these stuck down. So here's the Pittsburgh motorcycle wheel vise accessory mounted up on the Pittsburgh motorcycle lift. This thing works pretty well. Right now, as you can see, it's the only thing holding this bike on the lift. I wouldn't recommend this. I'd use some tie downs, but you can see its clamping strength is strong enough to hold up this whole bike. And it's very steady. See, I'll give it a little shake. Holds it pretty steady. Couple thoughts on this after installing it. One is you don't need to drill out all the holes. As you can see, I got 2 extra holes here drilled and 4 extra holes drilled here on this side. They try and give you an option to mount it back further or further back or further forward. I would just drill the front holes. That would give you 6 less holes to drill, and then just mount it in the front furthermost point. That gives you the most room to work with on the table. As you can see, it's not a huge bike, but it's not a whole lot of room back here to put a rear stand. So I just use the furthermost mounts and leave these last couple holes undrilled. Also, it mentioned to drill 1/2-inch holes. You don't quite need a 1/2-inch drill bit to drill these out. I used a 25/64 drill bit, and that gives you just enough room to get the bolts in. It's not easy to drill through this unless you have the right metal bits, so be sure you get the right bits. I did notice clamping this thing in that I'm already getting some separation there on the pad. The pad's very soft, so I wouldn't worry about it damaging your wheels. It's nice soft rubber, but we'll see how this thing holds up over time. I think for the price, $79.99, it's a huge upgrade for this lift. I mean, the one that it comes with is garbage. This makes it look like, you know, the more expensive lifts that are double, triple, 4 times the price. This lift works well. I mean, if you're working on 5, 6 different bikes a day, you're gonna get tired pumping this thing up by foot all day. But if you're like me, you're working on one at a time, it's not a big deal to have a non-pneumatic lift. This lift is well worth the money, especially with this vise attachment. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys have the same lift, if you guys have done this vise upgrade, or what other upgrades you've done to keep your motorcycles on here. Also, let me know if you think you got a better, smarter buy than this. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.